Got Rubik. We got CM. Hold on some blood grenades.
Enchant has 2 actually.
Ho!
They bought out. They want their kills. I mean, it's an amazing item for first blood. I think that's the best way to explain it. So good at these early stages where somebody doesn't want to grief their lane by taking a skill just to get a kill.
That is definitely the biggest buff. There's some heroes that's really going to matter on a lot more than others, particularly Rubik. Rubik getting griefed half the time by your teammates to have to take telekinesis. Not having to deal with that anymore. As 9 Pandas are going to set up around a Watcher up here, and they're just chilling. They're not really interested in a level 1 engagement right now, at least not on the other side of the map. They're hanging on their own bounties.
Iron Branch stocks have really gone up in value the last couple weeks, huh? It's been months, but yeah, since TI really, I suppose.
Deforestation, an all-time high.
The other thing is that team just stopped valuing. I mean, null talismans, wraith bands, bracers, they got nerfed enough where like rushing to them wasn't really that worth it anymore. So people just fill that gold need and that stat need with Iron Branches instead. Which is fine. It's been a long time coming for Iron Branches to truly be appreciated. I feel like they just kind of fell off for a long time and people just didn't care about them.
Yeah, you're actually right. It would be like you buy 1 extra for your Tango and then it was just a wand and that was it. And now we see a Muerto with a wand and 3 branches. It's quite the world we live in at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, once people realize that like it's effectively like a Tango as well, it ends up making it even more valuable as an item for sure. He's just so good at deadshotting on the bottom.
That's what he does.
He gets the last hit and he shoots a hero with it every single time.
That's how this rolls. As you guys can see now there, the old man Seb in a helmet was being sprayed up by Execration. Antares runs in, throws that sentry down. I can't believe that is an interesting spot.
Wow, it's like almost in tower range. I didn't even realize that you could actually place it in a place where the tower kills it for free. Well, so keep that in mind, jeez.
Because I just wanted to die, yeah.
I mean, I could easily see myself making that mistake, like walking in, I'm gonna block it with the corner, and then not realizing that's where the fucking tower sees it. It's I don't think we've ever had that before, where tower True Strike was crossing over that block spot.
No, that is definitely new overlap here. So in the mid lane, Bob is getting pretty low, but he ditches some damage right back to Kiyotaka. 8-1 to the 5-2 of the DP. Melee Kunkka early on versus the DP, lacking the damage of the Siphon. Should be able to play pretty confidently up near the wave. Get as many lasts as possible. Only real concern comes from like 2 points in Spirit Siphon, but then, the X has to maybe come out or something at board. That's what Kiyotaka goes for. A little bit of Siphoning back up there. God, that spell gets so much better at level 2. I mean, it's huge that it's doubling and healing you.
Yeah, it's really powerful, and the fact that you can heal off of it on a creep as well if you really want to.
Yeah, that's true.
It's amazing. This is great for Bloodseeker though. He's got all this extra movement speed as a result of this harassment. But because Bob's bottle is finished, he's going to be fine. He'll be able to pick up his water rune, continue laning, and Death Prophet's charges might not come back as fast.
Yeah, that will be the concern to watch out for here. Is the ice skating Bloodseeker dances around the wave as Shanks and Roger trade off to the side with Kino threatening. So watch out for that potential blood grenade into a hammer slow play there. Roger fairly vulnerable in this situation. Low little hero. Like I said before, the Bob very low in the mid. Again, harassed back down. Constantly being spammed out. Always going to be helping a Bloodseeker.
They don't really have that much burst damage on the 9 Panda side, surprisingly, which means that getting Bloodseeker a lot of movement speed in these team fights might be a little hard in the later stages of the game. That could affect his game a bit. He might have to play the outskirts a bit more.
Yeah, some of those best combos you've seen have been like the Zeus, just like immediate offs pretty much to your Bloodseeker. It's not just about some of the other cheeky abilities they have in combination with that.
On the other hand, though, they're doing a great job pressing the laning stage here so far. So that's giving them a little bit of an upper hand.
Shanks
picking it.
It gets caught out here. All right, into the TP though. It is a lot of damage. Oh my goodness, more than I even expected. Shanks to go all the way back to the fountain. Heal back
seems
up.
a monster.
Ramsey just gets Stunned up here by Tino and harassed down as much as he can. Taking the opportunity, seeing that the CM is away. To get as much damage as possible. That's great. Meanwhile, down here in the bottom lane, you can see Carlo just helping to control up these camps right now. And Antares attempts a D ward, but not going to be able to find it. It will take 2 sentries on this camp. You don't get lucky, so we'll play it here from Execration to keep that one blocked. Palos will continue safely farming under the tower, and he needs it because he is the lowest of the cores at the moment.
Up's doing great in the mid lane. He's got a firm like 5 last hits over Kiyotaka. He already did an X TP back close to 80 seconds ago, and so he's basically just offset this harassment. He is not unfamiliar in this matchup at all.
Yeah, not really expecting any sort of a rotation hit either. As you said, like not a lot of burst damage to try and punish, but down bottom there is a bit of a rotation. Shanks comes in, Antares in the midst of it here, and it will go down. Deadshot combo onto Miro there as well. Can't keep it going, but the first blood goes to Palos. Well needed here. Roger attempts to help by coming through the twin gate. Now thinking about, I'm not sure what he's thinking about doing. Trying to get out this way instead. Did he think he wouldn't make it through the twin gate?
I was not watching. I was watching Bob almost die like 3 times mid.
Now Roger gets caught by the ice shards. This might have been the wrong way to go, my friend. Miro comes over to help him. Throws down the firestorm. Roger getting low with the tag team. Carlos snowballs. Very nicely done. And there's nothing left in the tank here for Miro, so Carlo can just walk it off. Whoopsie. Okay. Roger, I guess maybe just thinking that Ramses didn't need his help again, but unfortunately he might need some help because Bob makes the TP up top. Well done. Torrent into the hammer. Do they have the damage?
So fast, though.
Yeah. It's tough.
They're still low on Enchantress, so... But Enchantress does rotate top. They're going to have level 2 enchant. Tough for Kunkka they didn't get that kill, though. He wasn't 6 yet. Yeah, ended up walking back to base from the mid lane.
Well, Palos has gone at the same time, but Ramses did walk over where Shanks had rotated too. But again, they just can't quite get. There's no mana left on Tino. That might have been it. But yeah, Palos does fall in the bottom lane. It looks like it was a telekinesis into a frostbite there. So revenge of the supports. They now start rotating towards the mid lane. Bob gonna get unlucky. The rune spawns top as he rotates down. And that's gonna hand over to Kiyotaka.
He did that really cool. He basically walked in, he X'd the Death Prophet, he ran to the right, pulled the creep wave basically away, and lost the 50-50, but it would have been a fantastic move considering the circumstance.
Oh yeah, incredible with both supports also moving to cover that rune. Like he would have just won out so hard there.
A little unlucky. Either way, the Kunkka pick so far has worked fine. He's got 6 now, so we'll maybe see him rotate on the Bloodseeker again. He's going to start walking top. There's no vision to spot him here. So, and they've got a creep, the Warpine Raider, trying to spot for any support rotations or whatever.
Focus bottom at the same time, as you can see with Roger throwing that Crystal Nova under the tower. But the Ramses tower has to be able to dodge this next torrent. Carlo is also busy. He's stealing the enemy Wisdom Rune. Shank's going to grab their own, so they're covering both of those right now. Ramses just retreats. The Dire Scan does connect onto Bob. Yeah, nicely done. He's got the reads. He's going to the mines.
Yeah, he's going super deep because he's like, all right, they're definitely going to dive my tower. I am not farming any of these camps close to my building because I will die. So costs him a little bit more time moving, but the fact that he's getting a mine buff with the 4 HP regen, pretty valuable here in this circumstance. The downside is that Execration will take their tower most likely.
Yeah. Oh, nice hit there. Here comes out from Palos. Miro starts heading towards the tower, but it's not quite enough. The heal is there. Beautifully done. Great dead shot there. Yeah, he definitely has the plays. Because, like, the thing about the Muerta Fear is that you get to actually angle it. Like, that's why I actually don't even like Fears, really, when I'm playing a lot of these heroes that have them. Because, like, sometimes it feels like it's not even hurting the enemy when I do it.
Yeah.
But you got plays with Muerta. Roger just goes down by the Roach Pit. Kidog's going to try and clean this up. Has the Arcane Rune running. 10 more seconds until an Exorcism, though. And then we have our... Ooh, Palos. He's able to get out. Good TP.
Tough one for Kiyotaka. Wastes all of his movement there. He's going to get his Arcane removed back in the mid lane. Shield Rune is up, though. And Bob's going to be able to make it in time. And he's picked up a Fade Approach. Perfect item for Kunkka. Little mana pool. The movement speed as well. And he's got Phase Boots now, too, so he is a fast one.
They need those rotations, and obviously has his boat. Ramsey still sitting on level 5 as they once again surround him. He's got enemies on all sides. Will he get stopped by this Tusk is the real question. Oh, it's not looking good. Centaur coming in. Just needs to find the angle for the Ice Shards. There it is. Get the stop it before the Blood Rite. Doesn't even need it.
All right. Much needed kill. 5-1 now for Execration. Kiyotaka very wisely going to keep Bobs away from the creep wave.
And now he's going to ulti in too.
Ooh,
Try
with
with
CM
Crystal
though.
Nova. He has Fairy Fire, and he's still just holding the shield rune, so he is not concerned right now.
I'm actually glad that he's doing that. A lot of players kind of pop it, and it ends up being wasted on just like creeps hitting you. Whereas normally when creeps hit you, damage block most of it, just not a big deal.
Yeah.
He's going to get some heal from the Death Prophet ulti here, so he's not exactly in a bad spot, but gets a full heal out of that one. That'll feel nice. But Bob doing his best just to hold it.
These two supports, though, sitting on the stairs for so long, scouted by the Torrent there from Bob. I mean, they missed it on both Wisdom runes, and, just barely 4 on Roger. Neither of them able to sit mid at all so far this game. Meanwhile, both supports on the reigning level 5, almost level 6 attack from the edge. But now the boat comes in. Solar Guardian to cover as well. They have the back of the supports. Frostbite's there. Kiyotaka, it's not even close. Yeah, they try with the Rift. Miro comes out and says, take me back. I don't want to be here.
The fear.
He gets feared away from the portal. Miro just going to go for the normal TP instead. Good read there as there's no control elements left to cancel that TP. Can't get the Centaur in there over there in time for the stomp. They just move into the mid tower.
Now that was a good time to pop the shield rune, dude. He's like, all right, I'm committing. Give me that extra 600 HP. Perfect timing with the combo. The X with the Dawn ulti looks so good. It's like, okay, there's literally nothing you can do to get out of this follow-up stun and the damage. Worked out perfect. Even with the 2 Spirit Siphons, it just wasn't quite enough.
Kiyotaka, TV's right in their face. I guess realizing they're pretty low on resources. No boat, not too scared. Miro just comes in too. But yeah.
Tower's dead.
We get the deny.
Yeah, it had about 100 HP. It went down to like 45 on the first attack and took 4 attacks to kill the catapult, so a little bit too much there.
7-1. It is only a 1k lead, so gold-wise it's not too bad, but in terms of XP, that seems to be the factor here. Like, I'm just looking at these support levels. It's been a little bit tough right now. I don't really know when you're going to get 6 on Antares. He's just trying to get some ancient stacks going. He needs to find himself a lane somewhere, but it's hard now with the mid being gone.
See the items Palace went for? He's going for Fast Mage Slayer this game.
Oh, really?
It's cool to see this as like an alternative item for some heroes in the early game. Because the magic resistance it provides is really good, and it's still like a decent damage item for int heroes, especially 30 damage, 20 attack speed with the mana regen.
Yeah.
It really does cover your bases. He did this instead of Falcon Blade, of course. Every other game he went Falcon Blade first, but this game says, nah, Mage Slayer it is. And Mage Slayer against Death Prophet is amazing. Mage Slayer against Underlord, pretty good too. I mean, you just attack him once, and you're taking 35% less spell damage.
See if it pays off for them here as Ramses tries to get help here from the portal. Stomped up, though, so certainly not going to get a turn. Shanks will get rooted down. Not this time on that edge. Not even going to pop the wand. Knows. No chance of survival there. Still no points in the untouchable. Just the 3-3 build right now at 6. Probably wouldn't help her anyway.
Yeah, it's all fine, I think. Not a big deal. Carlo going to start collecting Lotuses for the late game, of course.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And Tino with his Vanguard, he's going to go Pipe second. He's got Soul Ring too, so decent amount of armor on the hero. Plus the damage block, so Tino having a good game.
Oh.
Actually, top net worth, I just realized.
It's kind of interesting because, like, in the old patch, you would smoke, like, the smoke with DP and Rubik. You would typically smoke into, like, the Radiant Ancients, but now you smoke it towards the well. We've talked about this several times, like, where the safe laner is farming. They scan. They have found her. Do they have enough to actually grab her, though? That I'm curious about because the Atos is not here yet. Yeah, he's out.
He reacted very well to that. It was like he knew they were coming through the trees or something. Maybe they got spotted on the day vision. The smoke broke early or something.
Yeah, I think that might be they were pretty close to the tower.
Yeah, before they went to the trees. All right, now fight.
Yeah, Exorcism popped here. Oh, still holding on to that illusion rune as well, so he can pop it for the silence here if he wants. He's not going to quite yet. Stunned up. He's just gone. Not pressing the buttons. Oh, he did. Did he pop? He popped it at some point. All right.
The illusion? Yeah.
Yeah. Quite enough to save, though. They're going to catch Antares as well. That's going to be free. And now Roger to Snowball follow-up. It's a bit of a disaster here for 9 Pandas. All starting with I gotta say, a pretty optimistic attempt on a kill on Palos. I don't really see how these two heroes, like, he was, like, done the Atos. I feel like maybe could have waited for that one.
Yeah, I mean, if they run in with a Telekinesis lift into, like, Exorcism, Spirit Siphon, and Death Prophet doesn't... I guess if you silence him, he doesn't get Deadshot off. Like, you could probably kill him.
Yeah.
but he ran away.
Tino.
They ran straight in expecting the kill, and the place that the smoke broke maybe gave vision, and that's why he ran away. So if they just got into the trees before the smoke broke, it was probably fine. But yeah, it was a little hairy for sure. Definitely agree. It's not the easiest to gank that area of the map. There's just so many trees.
They're trying to protect those safe laners, you know, their egos. Make them happy little farmers for us now. But once again, Execration are on it. In the new patch, as you can see, Bob gets in there, grabs that Wisdom Rune for the bottle. And on the opposite side, Shanks will grab their own. So they've collected all 4 Wisdom Runes so far. And look at Antares. He's about to come up this little set of stairs. He's going to be so sad in this Rubik.
Mm-hmm.
He's
like, but I was only 25 seconds late.
That's
what I say every time I get to my power runes. I'm like, wait, somebody took this within 30 seconds?
Pause the game. There's a bug, guys. Something's wrong.
Yeah. It's impossible for them to take the rune.
You can see him. He was even looking. Oh, did they ward? Well, they stole my Wisdom Rune. Question Antares. They did not.
Death Prophet opting for the 30 damage talent, actually, over the magic resistance one. I'm a little surprised, considering there's a Muerta, but I guess he wants just more damage for his squad here.
What a gank. As he waits on the high ground here for Shanks to come close. Deadshot comes in. Only connects on the DP. Doesn't stop Ramses, but he'll throw out the Revenants right after. The calling and him back. Now there's a pipe here for Tino, so these saves are going to be even more effective if you try and find Palos somewhere on the map and the Dawnbreaker comes through. She's going to have an extra barrier to help out with.
Oh, they're going in?
Yeah,
Ooh, I don't like
what
this
is
one.
this Rift doing? Because Underlord's also coming through. He was kind of ready for this play. Staying nearby, there's that help. And then again here for Palos. He's trying to make a little bit of space. Gets the back lines, but now he's ruptured. Protect Palos at all costs. He's turning, thinking about hitting. Remember, he's got the Mage Slayer, reducing that damage. Tino, stand guard, my bodyguard. Surround me. Ooh. I will click them down. Palos continues to hit. Now he moves on to Roger. Still level 5, the saddest Crystal Maiden you'll ever see. Snowballed upon. Carlo in his death throes tries to get Roger, but he can't. Roger does escape. Oh, coming through now as well. Not a lot of defensive power on this one, but gets a double stun. Palos still in the back. He's still clicking, but it's not that much damage quite yet. So they are turning this fight. A long extended one should favor them. Ooh, but not quite. Now they're going to lose the second support. Without the Bloodseeker, the longer fights aren't necessarily that great. Especially when the spells start to run out here. But the resource is also getting low in Execration. Low mana, low health here for Tino. Has he gone a bit too far? Because things are back now for this DP.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and it was stolen boat. Very well done there as well
Yep.
from Antares. Yeah.
Yeah, he used the Sucker Punch to kill the Tusk right before Tusk punched somebody else. So then it was able to steal the boat back at that point. So nicely done. They're going to TP bottom. The fact they kept Palos alive was surprising to me. When he got ruptured, I was like, that's it for him. And they already used Dawn ulti basically, but he just stood there and fought, and it was kind of hard for the 9 Pandas to get in there and do a lot of damage. Because without BKB, Bloodseeker doesn't feel comfortable hard committing. Death Prophet can kind of go in, but she is a little vulnerable too. And the Mage Slayer, just helping him to stay alive. Anybody that commits on him, he's like, nah, less magic damage. And that affects Bloodseeker too.
Yeah.
His Maelstrom, it's not magic damage, spell damage. So it affects Maelstrom, Rupture damage, Blood Right, all that stuff. It's hard to commit.
It's really interesting too. It's like, again, it's one of those things you just can't really see, so it's always hard to tell exactly how effective it's being in a game, but that feels like one of those moments where it looks pretty clear that he likely would have died without it here. As Katago's gonna find Bob, help the Crystal Nova here to try and slow him down.
It's got BKB.
This is BKB, yeah. He's gonna pop it. Might have been a bit too late though. Woohoo! My God, he lives. He lives without the patch, guys.
Yeah, that's true. The Maelstrom procced as well, doing
Yeah.
half damage, but still did a little bit extra there. Yeah, he just didn't want to pop his BKB in, but he waited just a little too long there with the Bloodseeker catching up. So tough for him.
Indeed. All right, well, Purge, give me your read on this game. What do you think? Or where are we going from here? Who's looking like they're in the right spot with their draft?
I mean, it all comes down to how effective Bloodseeker is as a late game carry, I feel like. And there's some weakness matchups, obviously, that he has against the Muerta. That part kind of worries me. Like, yeah, you can rupture him. I mean, I think the Ags could do it, probably. The Ags on Bloodseeker could probably kind of shred Muerta, is my hunch.
Yeah.
But I feel like Muerta is always going to threaten Bloodseeker, too.
Kind of like Medusa, I guess, in a sense, right? Where it's like she's just going to stand there. In terms of like why people used to pick Medusa versus Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Just be here, so you're not really going to have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. He does find Grow Bow on the Muerta, and he picks up a Crystallis, so a little different item build than normal. But probably knows, like, I don't need 4 staff, so.
No. Yeah, he's wilding out here. Looks like they're going to head towards the Roche. I mean, they have definitely the tools to do it. No doubt about that. Their only real question of you, are you worried about any sort of pests from 9 Pandas? That doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
They're not gonna. Underlord's still farming aura items here. Hype. Crimson Guard's the plan, normal stuff. That'll help, but just feels like Execration's teamfight is so much better to me. Between the Kunka combos and Muerta having such a varied ways to deal with enemies that are hard to deal with. I don't know, it just feels effective.
Well, they immediately come to the Twin Gate. They're looking for somebody. They're not going to find Miro, though. It's a big hunk of large. Turn with the root. That's hitting onto everybody there. The boat comes through. Damage from the impetus. The question is, do 9 Pandas want to try and turn this around and fight into them? Solar Guardian coming through. They're dumping everything on the Miro. They definitely need to get this kill. They will grab him. Dominating for Kiyotaka, dominating for Palos. So they're trading with the big streaks here. Roger pops the ulti, but they mostly get over inside of Execration. Carlo drops down. Kiyotaka still chasing. Yeah, Muerta very low here. Going to lose that Aegis. As Tino is also being focused down by the rest of 9 Pandas. They move on to Bob. One of the tankier ones left. Yeah, let's go for someone a little bit easier to find here. As Tino's dropped really low. Ramsey with the chase. Now back over to Bob. Ramsey's helping them just run this down. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold the turn, Ramsey's. Oh, you're getting so low. Don't fall here, Ramsey's. Everyone else is alive. Just back. Let your teammates clean them up right now. Courier comes in. Just tanks a couple shots there from Muerta. Carlo, punch up into the air. He's going to fall down. And now Shank's the only one who's up here on the side. Did he die at the start of this fight anyway? I think they lost to everyone. They did indeed. That was 6 deaths with a buyback from Tusk.
Amazing. Perfect team fight there by 9 Pandas. I mean, it was kind of ideal, right? They went on Underlord. They didn't quite kill him. And just a simple, like, hit a Malice being on the ground limited Muerta's ability to get those attacks in. Because they are a little disable limited on Execration without committing, like, X and boat. So... in fact, that's what they did, right? They did Torrent for Vision, then they had to do X Indigo Ship, so they didn't get to layer Torrent, Stun, or Slow. So by the after the boat stun ended, which is only 1.2 seconds, he just zipped out of there, basically. Is there a drum on somebody? Yeah, drum on Crystal Maiden really got him. And he has Phase Boots, too, on Underlord. Interesting build, but he's recognizing, like, they don't have the best disables. So if I just use Phase and run away, it could work. So he gets out. They commit even deeper to kill him. In the meantime, Muerta's kind of out of position then. Like, it was just like a lot of resources spent for not benefit, where the 9 Pandas kept getting away.
He had just gotten those drums too. Because Roger was kind of useless, honestly. Like, before that fight, he didn't have ulti and he didn't have drums, like the last time they actually engaged with them. So his gameplay was a lot better after that. Fight was drawn out enough too that he got off a lot of spells. I mean, when you look through the fight recap, it was like 4 or 5x on so many of the spells from 9 Pandas, like spamming out everything. And I think the other thing that really hurt them too was, like, that was the first offensive Solar Guardian we've really seen. Like, the other ones have mostly been used to really cover Palos and allow them to, like, surround him and try and keep the fight contained. But because they just couldn't quite get the early kill onto the Underlord, they had to commit it offensively to finally bring him down. But at that point, they just used everything. Oh, that was close. I mean, I think
he almost died solo. I think he could have committed to it and kill it, but it would have been close. So instead, he waits for his team to come back him up, and CM gets a shard. Definitely the better of the two, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can't say the same. Well, maybe I can say the same about the Radiant. I'm not sure. I mean, Tusk got his, but that might actually still be better than Edge. I'm not sure. In this case.
Probably better, yeah. I mean, creeps would be kind of nice for the auras and stuff. And Terrace using X cancels out the Kunkka one. If you guys are curious how this works, if you are X'd yourself and another hero uses X on you, it just cancels the X completely, I believe. It's like not exactly the way you'd think it would work. It's like kind of bugged.
Right, it's going to create a second X. Just like, it acts as if X return is used, right? Or sort of?
It just like cancels it, I think.
Yeah.
It's like it just stops. It's almost like, it's like, well, another X was used on me, therefore it's done. But because it was an enemy X, it doesn't actually send them back. It just like overrides it, and it's kind of goofy.
Oh, we don't have to worry about it for now, as he has lost the spell. As they smoke up, heading on in. Another one of these Solar Crest medallion games here. The value item being picked up quite a bit. That lower buff time, though, only hurting the item. It's not quite as cool anymore. You know, they have like permanent uptime here. They're making this one look real easy. I say that.
That giant AoE. Did you see how far Ramses had to walk around to kill him?
What a shard, you know? We'll just keep this one forever.
That's a good one. Yeah, that was a lot of damage that they dealt to that Tusk, though. But yeah, he loves Solar Crest on Taurus. He buys this item every single game, no matter the hero.
Hey, did you see what else he bought? He just bought a 23-minute gem
Okay.
on this Rubik. I mean, I know vision is hard to lock down in this patch, but that is risky, I gotta say. I would not feel that confident if I was him in this game to pick up a gem.
You see, every support has a Philosopher's Stone.
Let's go, baby.
It's all four.
It's our
four
time.
It's a good item. I mean, the mana pool alone is excellent on CM. Roger does commit using his ulti to clear neutral camps, which is fine. It was a stacked camp.
Oh, yeah, that's worth it.
Pulled 2 together. It was like 3 camps for an ulti. Totally value. Get that net worth.
Yeah, I mean, their level's looking a little bit better here. 11 and 12 on those 2 supports. Carlo definitely one who's fallen off here on the Tusk. He's still stuck at level 9, the single-digit hero in this game, but that's okay. Just a Tusk. He's going to jump on in there, do his thing, trying to help with some tag teams.
Yeah, his plan is very much like initiate for the squad. Maybe snowball save somebody. Would be nice, but Martin needs to spend some time in the mines. He's got no HP. In fact, they're running at him with their whole team.
Yeah,
that's an early ulti pop.
Oh, that's a good TP. That's a great TP. Man, Palos getting out of there. They're just scanning. They're like, where'd he go? Trying to sniff him out.
Damn. I think Death Prophet ulti to get movement speed or something.
Yeah, because she's the Atos. Plus, had an arcane rune, so it was like, this is worth the risk.
Yeah. And I don't think she wanted it. I mean, it's not really that much fear of the chain stun, I suppose.
Ramsey's
They find him anyways?
Palos. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, look at this. They use the Greaves to get him out of the blood right. Use the heal as well in case the fight's committed to. Tino just goes in to be a body. There's a lot of other heroes here. Silence chucked out. Catches on the 2. Trying to create a bit of space. Solar Guardian goes down about 2 feet. Just a little escalator Solar Guardian to get to the low ground here. Boat comes in. Stun on the Bloodseeker. The stolen Solar Guardian comes through as well. Now Mira with a big root. Ramses is in. Chunks down Tino for the big heal. Wants to feast on this deer as well, but can't quite get it. Oh, Ramses, where are your friends? You went a bit far. Great dead shot there just to guarantee that he doesn't have to get the kills. Let him cancel that TP. And Carlo didn't have the Walrus Punch up anyway, so we'll get out there on Miro's Underlord.
Looks scary for Execration, but ooh.
Oh, wait, there it is.
The X.
Oh, he tried to make the play like you said. He stole the X to try and cancel and get out, but that is the gem. Oh, look, they don't even know. They're like, wait, guys, this is a gem. He had a gem, guys.
Particles, yeah. Yeah, that was a crazy fight for sure. The fact that they stole the Dawn ulti and then used it to save the Death Prophet, who got shredded so quickly. I was surprised how fast she was dying. Maybe it was because Muerta used ulti or something like that. Not quite sure, but the fight kind of almost went okay for 9 Pandas, but it was basically Bloodseeker versus 4 heroes the whole time is what it felt like. He is going to go for the Ags next up, though.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
It's needed. I think Enterra's got 1 ward with it, if I'm correct. So, you know, maybe not value quite yet, but once you get it back, you get some wards down. Then you'll get your cash back.
Trent, he went for the Torrent knock-up stun duration talent this game. I don't think I've ever seen somebody get that.
30% Torrent knock-up stun duration. And that, of course, does work with the Torrent Storm, I presume?
Yep, it does, of course. Yep. That's, I mean, it puts a stun for Torrent up to 2.08, which is a pretty long duration stun these days. Almost certainly he's going to get the Torrent AoE as well. I mean, he hasn't really gotten that many damage items, right? He just has BKB phase, AC.
Yeah.
Quiver helps, obviously, but I mean, the main thing is that if he does plan to eventually go Ags, this is by far the better talent. It's going to be a better chance of keeping people caught in the air. So,
man,
yeah, it's cool.
Weird. I wonder how it looks with like a BKB, like how much damage it's doing. Like, I mean, it's quite a bit of damage, right? It's like it'd be like 208 or whatever if you get hit by a torrent during your BKB, like during the torrent storm or whatever.
I'm confused why.
Well, I think of like torrent storm with BKBs, like debuff immunity and all that stuff.
Hitting people and dealing damage.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
torrents aren't that much damage, but it actually it says showing you 416 damage for a level 4 torrent. Why is the number so weird?
Yes. Yes. It says.
Oh, his X was far enough they didn't take damage. That was spooky, though. He's got to stay above the blood range, and he is. And he disable? Nope. He's going to come back to this fight.
Yeah, he's returning.
He's got BKB.
Okay.
With the nukes.
No one's really sure how we're going to commit to this one. Miro, he's the one who actually makes fights happen with the Rim. Comes over the fire, but we still have to wait 5 more seconds to try and get the actual route out there. Ramses is in again, completely alone. This has been the struggle. Trying to get his teammates nearby. Tino comes to the low ground, tries to get the finishing blow, but can't get the damage. Yitog and Roger are just off to the side. These fights have been so messy. Palos somehow in the front line right now, but Ops, the big stuff, starts hitting onto Kiyotaka. Just gone. She just got annihilated at the end there. My goodness.
My God.
What even happened there? She got gunslingered and then hit with 735, 750.
He's got crits, dude. He's got the Silver Edge, and he was doing magic damage. And she has no magic resistance item. She skipped the magic resistance talent, for God's sake. She's had arm. I actually think the magic resistance lacking on her hero is kind of what's hurting them in these fights. Because even in that like tri-camp area fight, she still got shredded so quickly. And now Muerta's just ahead.
Man, I'm looking at her death summary, and she took like 1,500 damage in a second. Just from Muerta. That seems insane.
It kind of looks like he crit on both of his attacks at the same time.
I think he did.
Because they both did 750, which is probably too high. And that's only a 30% chance to crit. So that's pretty wild if that was the case. That's like a 10% chance. Actually, it's even crazier because the gunslinger has to hit.
Yeah.
It's like 50% chance, and then 30% of that, and then 30% of that, basically. So it's like 15, and it's a 5% chance to proc all 3 out of on your average attack. So if
he
that's
rolled
what
a
happened,
D20, basically.
I mean, that guy was
going to die.
He got the
nat 20.
He got the nat 20. That guy was going to die no matter what, because he was getting X back, and there were 3 heroes wailing on him. But still, yeah. It was pretty wild how fast it happened. I don't know if magic resistance was going to help that much.
Well, we'll see if he can repeat the feat here. Ooh, that rhymed. Palos comes in. Doesn't find him, though.
He does have a Shivas. That part's nice, I guess. And he's got 142 in, so in that way, he's got magic resistance.
All right, Purge, now tell me what Blood Mist is going to do and why it's going to win this game.
Well, it's going to do AoE magic damage, and it does percentage HP per second damage. And when heroes die or creeps die, you passively get HP barrier on top of that. In fact, when he just turns it on, he gets a barrier.
So he's got like a 500 barriers right now. Hitting Ancients. 700, yep. Okay, 800. All right, so then he TPs in the fight after killing Ancients. Kind of cool.
The problem is that it's going to be affected by Mage Slayer. So no matter what happens, that damage is going to get reduced. I guess if his BKB is active, it won't, but...
Why does it last for so long?
It just slowly goes away.
Second here. Rupture starts. Monte Carlo goes to the TP, but Force Staff... Oh, sorry. Ogre Seal Totem forward. Oh, no, it wasn't Force Staff. It was Antares. Okay. I think it was at least. Either way, that's the root.
Yeah, basically...
so weird. He's doing it right now.
Mm-hmm. He's just leaving it on. Doesn't have to leave it on, but he is. Why isn't he turning this off? It's just been on the whole time. He's actually down to 0 HP. He finally turned it off. That was bizarre. I don't know if he's not very experienced on this or not, but he'll figure it out.
He's learning. He's reading it right now. That's why he's standing still. Trying to figure things out.
Yeah, he needs to heal more than his base and his full HP to get the barrier.
See, Shanks did the thing. He just took the Tormentor by himself.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Nice, nice with the Hurricane Pike. Excellent. Who got it? Himself?
Himself, yep. So, you know, pulling up by your own bootstraps.
Although I think Dawn would have really liked to get the Starbreaker one, but that's okay.
I'm surprised she doesn't have it. She must have just been counting on it, honestly. It's really good, this game. And they're going to grab the Tormentor to get Underlord his shard as well in the back.
Also better. Screw the Rubik one. The Rubik one is, like, good sometimes. But the Underlord one's like, okay, your Firestorm just does more damage. Sick.
That's pretty good. Oh, and there it is. He got the eggs on Bob.
Okay, I'm glad he went for it. He was thinking about getting Hex before, which makes sense. Like, Disable's amazing, obviously. But he's close to 20. They're winning. Tornstorm has way better teamfight implications.
He's got the talents as well. That always helps.
Yep. And once he gets to 20 talent, then it gets really good.
Real nasty. Got to get Tornstorm. We need new Sand King eggs all on the same team. Got a Venn diagram of stuns.
Mm-hmm.
Chain stun. Up with Scotty here too.
Okay, that works. Slow Bloodseeker a little bit, but mostly stop his healing.
Bob doing a cute play here with the illusion. Xing it up to the high ground, seeing if he can get him to commit something. You know, I'm kind of sad they didn't bring back... I miss Illusion Escape. That was like one of my favorite neutral items. I know it was too broken on cores, but I want like a similar decoy thing for support. I like the mind games. Ever since they killed Hoodwink's Nice Shard. That Shard was so much more fun. Palos just burning this Aegis with complete disregard for his life. It's fine, only had 30 seconds left. And now he's in a precarious spot. He's losing his HP very fast. They don't commit. They understand there's a lot of heals, so they don't want to do anything too crazy. Yeah, there's the Dawn with the Ags. You can see moving around there. Palos has to pop the BKB. Still standing his ground right now. Kino being focused. Shanks from the back, throwing in his damage, trying to stop him, just moving on these two frontliners, and it is working.
Storm.
They go back to the high ground as the storm hits.
That's not the easiest siege. Palos died. He got harassed down pretty easily. It's a great siege tower hero, but ooh, the Atos.
Ob Sentry combo on the high ground. Teammates have ditched. Palos is very alone right now. They don't really recognize this from the side of 9 Pandas. They don't see a whole lot, but he is gone. What a greedy spot to fire. Palos enemy has vision. That is the most carry thing I've ever seen in my life. They have wards over their own ancients, guys. Let me just ping that again here. Team. I mean, to be fair, like, they did give you a gem. That's kind of on you, Shanks, I gotta say.
That's true. They definitely should have rewarded that, but ultimately, it just felt like they wasted a lot of time going high ground. The way and a lot of resources. How much time was left on the Aegis?
It was like, right? No, it was only 30 seconds when he killed it. That wasn't very much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they felt comfortable with it. But yeah, the fact that they have Rupture and Underlord just really makes it harder to disengage there. So, I don't know. Felt like one of those moments that you shouldn't have high grounded. You should have just kept farming for another like 10, 20k net worth and then gone high ground.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. I mean, especially with some of these bigger things coming out, like that level 20 talent that you pointed out here. Being up for Bob. They're going to try and find a quick play. Ooh, there's no BKB for 4 seconds on Ramsey. But he does not move into the wave. Good choice. Playing it safe right now.
See if they can find him. Yeah, BKB's up now.
They have an Ob Sentry combo as well.
They have a Hex.
Yeah, they're going to jump in. That is the play they've been looking for. Starting up with the BKB, though. Bo comes in. Ramsey.
Storm.
Coming in. The heal as well. The Storm, it's going to get him. All right, the help is not going to be here. Oh, I say that. Miro actually does come through. Perhaps to his detriment once more here, because he is completely alone and isolated. He's going to fall. Roger just runs through Radiant territory to get some backwards. Pretty good job here. Doesn't happen to run into Palos, who was nearby and almost passed by him with the Silver Edge. Oh, that was a bit of a gift after being gifted a kill onto Palos before.
And Palos straight back to bot lane, so ready to hit those buildings again. Still relying on the Grove Bow. Not going to use the Paladin Sword for now, but that's fine. They got 2 dead heroes.
Yeah, moving in here, and yeah, Shanks, I mean, just crushed into this game with that sight. Great stuff.
Yeah, that's
real
huge.
Easy.
Really prioritized his items well. Solar Crest, Hurricane Pike, and now they get him.
Yeah,
tidal wave back.
Right there.
He's got his combo in like 10 seconds too. Another Torrent Storm ready to go. They're not done. They're going to take at least 2 racks here. That's such a big pick off on the Bloodseeker.
It's got to hurt from 9 Pandas, though. I mean, you're behind quite a bit, but you get this free kill on the enemy carry. You're trying to get some space on the map, and you just go down. Everyone's just falling one by one. There's just nothing you can do. Roger just watches he loses them. Tries to BKB, tries to get back, but this is definitely looking like the end. They're just picking them off one by one. No opportunities to actually queue up and fight this one down. And if Execration just want to push into the throne, they could end this game right now, but they're just going to respect the possibility of buybacks and keep moving through the lanes.
Yeah, this is much safer. Just get the 3rd racks. Torrent Storm, maybe? Nope, he's out of mana.
Another Hex here onto Ramses. They didn't have damage early in the game. That problem has certainly been solved. Oh, he can't even get out. Easy peasy. Fish in a barrel. Bloodseeker in a nice shard. It's pretty much the same thing at this point. Dead shot there as well. Palos is having the time of his life on Muerta once again. And Execration, the greatest team that has ever played Spoiler, as they 2-0 Betboom and have now taken the first game off of 9 Pandas.
Wow. Very good for them. And that was their first pick. Like they picked Enchantress into Muerta. They're like, all right, you know what our carry is. Good luck beating it.